What's going on, guys? How we doing? A little bit of a slow day out there in the markets today. Not a lot going on except for some of that Ken Griffin stuff. We got some hashtags trending on Twitter. That was pretty wild. What else? We had the SEC with the wash sale stuff, with the deep out of the money puts. That was pretty interesting. We got, I think, a little bit of policy news too, which nothing really was moving the market today. Like, I think in the after hours or towards the end, we saw a little bit of a sell-off. Let's take a look at the SPY. That is just whatever the hell that is. That's not good. Yeah, like these sell-offs right into the end of the day, like from 443 all the way down. Like, we're just seeing these like end of the day sell-offs. Like, look at all this volatility today. Like, this is exactly what I was looking for. It's like, we're gonna look like we're in the upward direction, then we're going to get knocked back down. We're going to come back up. Something's going to come out, and then we're going to get knocked back down again. But how's everybody feeling? We doing all right? All righty. Did they just block the debt ceiling from being raised? Probably not. We can look at that, though. If they did block the debt ceiling from being raised, then the market would be down a lot more than 0.14% in the after hours. Like, a lot more. I don't know what's going on with this candle right here. Something's freaking out, but yeah, how we doing, everybody? Everybody feeling all right? Another little real, look at this. Low volume, 31 million. Nothing really going on today with AMC. What is happening here? This thing glitches out every time. Come on. There we go. What's good? How we doing, people? Third wave, Elliott wave theory. Let's hit interesting. Hey, SV, what's up, all my favorite people? How about the Kenny drama? Oh, we're going to get into that. We will definitely get into some of this Kenny drama. Because if you watch the tape, he's not asked like directly, did you have contact with individuals at Robinhood? He's asked, did you put pressure to remove the buy button or to mark these securities position close only? And he's like, absolutely not. But with what's like, when you read between the lines on what's going on, there's a thing that like potentially like in those conversations that maybe we see, maybe we don't see, that Citadel was one of the pressuring institutions that tried to get them to turn off the buy button for one very specific reason. We know why, like we know about the National Securities Clearing Corporation situation where the NSCC was like, you need to give us $3 billion. And Robinhood's like, how about we just crash these stocks so that you're not on the hook for as much money and then we can pay you less. And they're like, sounds good. So that was one of them, but let's see. News just broke. Republicans block debt ceiling. Any idea how this affects the squeeze? Somebody send it to me. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on. Let's look at what they're doing. That's big. There's, I mean, I think they can get it done by themselves, but that would be major. Looks like you're using an ad blocker. Yeah, I know. I understand. I'm using an ad blocker. Leave me alone. All right, let's go through this. All right. So this was the first thing that popped up. Let's take a look here. Senate Republicans block bill to suspend debt. Whatever that is needs to stop. All right. Senate Republicans blocked a House bill to suspend the debt limit and avert a government shutdown from advancing in the Senate on Monday. The move comes after Republicans insisted that Democrats act alone to adjust the debt limit and leaves Congress without a clear plan to keep the government open, with the threat of potential shutdown looming by the end of next week. In addition, the clock is ticking. Federal government, the Senate voted on a procedural motion to advance, so which needs 60 votes to succeed. They would have needed 10 with the measure failing the Senate. Plan B. Okay, so they just need a plan B now. It's possible Democrats can move to strip out the debt limit suspension from the funding bill and attempt to pass a clean stopgap spending measure quickly through both chambers ahead of the deadline. Most likely, that's what they're going to do, because here's the key line right here, which Senate Republicans have said they would support. That's what's really important. So here's what we need to think about here. So there's this stopgap measure that's out right now that just got blocked in the Senate, and that had to do with government funding and kicking the debt ceiling can to December 2022. Didn't pass the Senate, meaning done. Can't really do that anymore. There's nothing else they can do. But what they can do is they can pass a clean stopgap measure quickly through both chambers ahead of the deadline, which I believe is going to be at the end of this week, or it's going to be the deadline, which is going to be October. So we're going to have to deal with these headlines for a while. But Senate Republicans have said that they would support that, which they can pass basically whatever they want through the House right now, but they'd have to get it through the Senate, especially with this, because they needed 60 votes. They couldn't get the 10 Republicans to vote, so this is what they're going to go with now. Democrats do have options to raise the debt limit on their own to prevent the U.S. from defaulting on its debts, but they argue that the vote should be a bipartisan shared responsibility. Yeah, well, that's just... If you really need to get something done, it doesn't really matter if both sides like it. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer criticized Republicans ahead of the vote, saying after today, there will be no doubt about which party in this chamber, blah, 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 whatever, political BS. Stop with the ads, guys. By attaching the debt limit suspension to the must-pass funding bill, Democrats are essentially daring Republicans to vote no and spark a shutdown. So basically, we saw the first attempt go up in flames, but we're there's still a possibility for it to go through. Let's see. How we feeling, everybody? Everybody doing all right after today? A little bit of a red day. It's not that bad. Let's see. How's everybody doing? Trap TV, what's going on, man? What's up, Hayden? It's like a soap opera in the stock market. Tune in tomorrow. Will Kenny G get arrested? Will Vlad be a witness? Next time on The Market. Liquid IV, let's go. There we go. So what was the market like prior to the June run-up? Because from what I'm seeing, it appears to be similar, but how does the debt ceiling affect our favorite MOS candidate? Eric, basically, if we see the debt ceiling not get kicked, which most likely it will, because it never in history has the United States defaulted on its outstanding debt obligations, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen. That's the one thing. Just because something hasn't happened in the past, and we've seen this issue pop up many times in the past, and they figure it out, doesn't mean that it won't be really bad this time. And even if they kick the can, they could still get the United States could still get the credit rating downgraded, and then they're screwed anyway in the markets. So everything would start to come down for a little bit. If it's a downgrade, things would come down a little bit. But again, people would just buy the dip because nobody really cares. They're like, yeah, whatever. That's kind of what we've seen. Like, that's the attitude towards the market in these outside events. Like, we'll see the initial dip, and people will be like, oh, they'll freak out for a little bit, and then they'll think about it, and they're like, yeah, I don't really care. I'm just going to buy back in. Or I'm going to buy even more because I see a dip, and I think the market's going to keep going up. Why did Twitter change the trending? I have no idea, but that was weird. Rogue told me about that today, and he called me. I was like, that's weird. STV, if you don't spend Halloween in an ape or AMC costume, I'm shorting UConn's party school ranking. UConn's all right for parties. Rhode Island says, I'm great. Just wish I had more ammo to buy more. Weddings are expensive. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Also, if you guys don't mind, just dropping a like on the stream. YouTube's been messing with us a bunch recently. So, the only way for us to, get information out to people is, with engagement. You don't have to do it on my videos or streams if you don't want to. Do it on your favorite creator streams. But it does help us out a lot in, getting information out to people. So, thank you guys to you who have already done that and who are going to. Let's see. How do you know for sure hedge funds are adding to their short position? What data are you looking at? Ortex. We haven't done an Ortex update yet, but let's take a look at Ortex. So we can see here that, let's just look at the exchange reported short interest. So June, 20%, then drops to 16, then 14 at the low on June 30th. Then we see 15%, 15, 16, 18, 18.75, and then 19. So right there, that's okay. Short interest went down after the initial big June, or not the initial, but like the second big run up that happened in June. And now the short interest is starting to pick back up. But if you look at the estimated short interest right here, this yellow line, all-time highs. We're getting really close to the all-time highs in terms of short interest every single day. Now, they did return 474,000 shares today, but that's not really going to make a dent in the 20.38% short interest. What we also need to look at is this utilization. Because it doesn't make a lot of sense that our short interest is near all-time highs, but the utilization isn't at 100%. Like, that's just the weirdest thing. Like, it doesn't. Somehow, there's more shares to loan out. I don't know where they're getting them from, but there's definitely more shares that they're loaning out. How's school been? It's all right. Didn't really go to school today. I kind of did, but I also didn't. Can we use average length of short data to find the original short? No, not really. If we found the day that Citadel went short, no, it wouldn't matter. We don't even know if Citadel's short right now. That's the thing. We can go into that a little bit though. Let's see. Maybe they're messing with the Ortex calculation. Oh, they 100% are. Like, the Ortex data is messed with all the time. Like, we see GameStop's short interest at a very, very low number. But remember, those reports came out later that GameStop's short interest looked like it was like 250%. And then in GameStop's most recent quarterly report, they mentioned that the shares sold short is more than there should be shares out in the market. But that was referring to Q2. Now, if you look at their report that's referencing Q1, it doesn't say anything like that. But remember, we knew, according to like Ortex and a couple of these other different reporting sites, that GameStop's short interest was well over 100%. It was like 140%. But they didn't mention anything about that in their first quarter report. The second quarter report they did, but Ortex is showing it at like 13, 14%. So something is going wrong here where we're not getting the data. And remember, Ortex is just 70 or 80, I think it's 85% of all of the market data. So maybe that other source is like that other 15% of brokers is where all of the shorts are. Because if you know who's going to report to like S&P Global and you know who's not, well, you could just take out your short positions over there and do all your fancy BS at those brokers that you know aren't going to get reported into this exchange reported in these Ortex estimates. Citadel owns 5 million shares of Twitter. Yeah, but like that's not crazy money. Avatar, what's up, man? How did they get those messages and emails? Just curious. I think it's a SEC document. I'm pretty sure it's an SEC filing. What did Kenny lie about? So what a lot of people are saying is that Ken Griffin was asked a question that basically said, were you in contact with executives at Robinhood before and during the January run-ups and involved in like turning off the buy button? And he says absolutely not. But the wording of the question is really important because he's not asked, did you have contact with them? He's asked, did you have like influence over them to turn off the buy button? That's what he's asked. But here, okay, let's get into this right now because this is really important. So this lady right here, her statements are like what we need to be focusing on because she's basically referencing what they did or were going to talk to Citadel about. So just an FYI that Dan and I are joining Jim at 5 p.m. on a call with Citadel. They reached out and want to speak this evening, and we believe they will make some demands on limiting payment for order flow across the board. Why would they want to do that? That's how they make their money. Think about that. This is what somebody was asking in the stream yesterday. Like, why would they want to limit payment for order flow? And I was like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, I'd have to think about this. And it kind of hit me today. It's like, okay, how does the market maker facilitate trading? Like, how do they fill these orders? Well, most of the time they can just short the other side of it because they need to maintain, like they're providing liquidity to the market. So let's go through this scenario this like situation, like step by step. So GameStop starts to run and there starts to be some more interest in it. A lot of people are trading on Robinhood because it's the easiest platform and it's where retail investors go. So Citadel pays Robinhood for that order flow. Everybody gets that. Robinhood sends the orders to Citadel. Citadel fills them. Robinhood makes money. Citadel front runs them and makes a little bit of money. But in order to fill the order sometime, they take the other side of the trade. Oops. So when they take the other side of the trade, they're selling. So they're creating this they're creating this short position. So it starts to happen. And then they're creating these short positions to facilitate the trading. But then the stock really starts to run. Now there's more retail investors getting in, and there's even more buy orders getting sent to Citadel. So they need to short, or say it's any of these any of these market makers. So then they have to short even more. Now they also have the ability to do a version of naked shorting due to just their market making activities. Like it's in Reg Show. It's like, yeah, naked shorting is illegal, but market makers can do it in scenarios in order to maintain like liquidity in the markets. So now we have a massive run up in price, lots of volume, and lots of short positions, like basically filling these orders that are coming in. So like they're shorting. Well, it gets to the point where like they're like, I don't want these orders anymore because if we have to short to fill them, like that's price is just going to keep going up. TMI played the video in his last video, and he was asked if he had any contact, not asked about pressuring them. Okay, the video that I saw asked, did you pressure them? That's the one that I saw. There might be another question on there too. Okay, so then he did lie. But there's two interesting ones. It's like, well, then there's this part too, where it's like, there's two questions that he could have lied about. So there's not just one, there's two. And we know that the Vlad lying thing is weird. But hold on, going back to this payment for order flow thing, do you see how limiting payment for order flow in that scenario is beneficial to Citadel? How if they have to short to fill these trades, then they're just like going to keep going and going and going and going. And then that's where the problem starts because the stock just keeps ripping. And then now they have a bunch of these shorts, but then the buy button gets turned off and they're still shorting to fill these orders that were coming in at the top, but then the stock tanks. Then it goes back down to 40 for a little bit, and then it rips again. So was that the market makers getting out of those? I don't know. It's weird. Now we know why AMC streamers are not verified on Twitter. I don't think so. But then the Robinhood thing, this is the weird one where like Vlad could have potentially lied because everybody, when these statements were coming out, when he was on air on these news like platforms, when he was like, there's not a liquidity problem, everybody's like, yes, there is. Like there has to be one, that you wouldn't be running into these problems if you did not have a liquidity issue. And we saw it come out. The NSCC, the National Securities Clearing Corporation, needed $3 billion from them. They got the big call, which they referenced. I don't think it's in this one, but they referenced we had a big call, like RHS, which is Robinhood Securities, got a big call, which is the margin call. So there's like a weird timing issue. It's like, okay, well, there was a liquidity problem at one time, guaranteed, because they don't have $3 billion and they're like just hanging around to like pay these deposits. But then all of a sudden, Vlad goes on the air and says there's not. Well, we know that they were raising money from investors, and we know that they were able to knock down the amount that they needed to pay. So there's two things. It's either they got the liquidity in order to pay, or they knew that they had the $700 million to pay, and they had already made the agreement with the NSCC before Vlad went on the air to basically mark those securities position close only, basically removing the buy button. but they knew that they were going to, like, they knew that they could pay it or they had paid it already. So at that moment in time, there may not have been a liquidity issue, but there definitely was at some point. Vlad is fully synthetic. If we couldn't buy during January, who was buying the shorted stocks that Citadel or shorts put into the market? There were some brokers that like if you wanted to make a trade, like it just depended on which broker you were at. Like the main like retail brokers, no, but like if you were at like a Goldman or a Morgan Stanley, like or like a Citi or a JP Morgan or at any of those, you probably could execute buy orders because they weren't they are going to clear a lot of their trades themselves, like internally, like they'll just do it themselves. Such an odd after hours. Really surprised to see this. Well, we did see the debt ceiling situation. Now, what do we see with the S&P right now? Yeah, 0.09. The market's not really reacting to this. Do you think the trending low volume is a sign of people losing interest, meaning they can cover slowly, or do you think it's the calm before the storm? Eric, if there's low volume and the shorts are going to start covering their position, the buying volume that's going to come in is the buying demand is going to outweigh the supply, which is going to push the price up even more. So the shorts wouldn't really be able to cover slowly. Like if we see the volume go down, it doesn't necessarily mean that people are losing interest. It's just people are trading it less. Like people could still have the same amount of interest, but they're just not buying. They're not selling as much. Like people just may not be transacting at the like right now. And that also comes down to the fact that there's a lot of fear in the market right now because the debt ceiling, the infrastructure bill, inflation, real estate, Evergrande. Like there's a lot of uncertainty in everything that's going on right now. Justin has a JP Morgan investing account and was still able to buy before the rug pull. Exactly. So there were brokers. It wasn't like a market wide thing where like, yeah, you can't buy. It was just brokers. Let's see. What's up, El Capitan? How you doing, man? And then this weird thing came up today. The SEC charges individuals in meme stock options trading scheme. It's like, well, okay, what are you doing here? The weird thing about this is like, if you look at what they were trading and what they're doing, it's like, this is what the market makers do. This is what the, not market makers, like these shorts can do to basically kick the can down the road and hide their short interest in like FTDs. Like this is what they do. So this could be like, it's not great that like retail investors are getting hit with this, but they committed an illegal act of spoofing and collecting these rebates and like violating these wash sale rules when they weren't supposed to. But this could set a precedent of, okay, if you do this on the option chain and you violate these rules, SEC is going to come after you. So then if there's evidence that like some of these other institutions are doing it too, then that could be good going into the long term. But again, SEC is not going to cause the squeeze, guys. This is something that I think a lot of people, the two things that I think people really don't understand, margin calls and SEC, like investigation. Like when the SEC investigates something, they're not going to just come out and be like, you have to cover your short position. Like that's not going to happen. What they're going to be doing is they're going to make sure that the bad actors are like, they're going to try to hold the bad actors responsible, and they're going to try to make sure a situation like this can't happen again. And then margin calls is like, everybody thinks margin call means squeeze. And if there's margin calls that get issued, you're going to see it right away. And that's just not how it works. Like when the market like was correcting over the like last week and the week before, margin calls went out. Like if you're over leveraged and we know that a lot of people are like going crazy on these swap positions and these weird OTC derivatives, not only just getting margin and going long on a stock. Like if you fall below the maintenance margin requirement, you're going to get a call that says we need more money. And then you know what they do? Well, they'll either liquidate their position, they'll sell, or they'll just put more money into their account. And that's basically what we've seen. And then people were buying the dip. The SEC is not going to make them cover their shorts, guys. What's going on, people? Yeah. Debt ceiling must be raised to allow the government to issue more debt, spend more money. Yeah, they would. What if new institution doesn't come in and become that catalyst? We don't really know. Like, the thing is that institutions are probably still buying at these levels. They're waiting for their opportunity to strike, and then they're buying. Like, could they have been part of the catalyst that sent us up from 28 to 52? Yeah, 100%. They easily could have like started pumping in that buying volume. Now we're at 39.05 in the after hours. But we did see a lot of market volatility, and that's why this situation sometimes can be so fragile. Like, if we're in a good period in the market where nothing's freaking out, then the market will keep going up. We can see these big pop days on AMC. Like, we're going to see it get manipulated. But if there's no like big market catalyst, it's like, how are you really going to push it down? But if the market starts to freak out, AMC is going to start to get affected just by normal algo selling volume. And then the shorts are just going to come in and just whap and just try to push it down. Ring, ring, ring. Kenny, boy, you better answer that. There you go. Low volume and price dip, super bullish. Yeah, it's not dipping that much. Like, it's really not that much. What is this? $1 from where we were on Thursday and Friday? It's not that much. Like, if you look at these daily candles, it's nothing. Like, look at this. Oops. Like, look at this. This is where we've been at for like the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Right around this range right here. What is this? 43. 37. It's not that big in terms of how much AMC can move. Ortex for CEI. I haven't seen that one. A lot of people talk about these. I'm always like behind. Like, I was so late. 34. Yeah, I mean, it's not crazy. Not crazy. Let's see if we can get a little AMC shift. 20.388. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the free float on loan and the estimated short interest relatively close. Like, we're seeing like only basically like 1.5% of the shares that are out on loan have not been sold into the market. I'm not grasping the ramification of the debt ceiling as it pertains to AMC. Okay, so debt ceiling pertains to the whole market. If the United States is not going to be it, so here's what the debt ceiling is. What the government does is they sell bonds, and they also have outstanding debt at the current time. Some of the proceeds of those bond sales go towards paying off existing debt. Now, if the government doesn't have money to pay off that existing debt, they can't pay the interest, can't pay the principal. You're going to default on that loan. So if they default, the United States can't pay. That's not good. And when we see the United States like get their credit rating downgraded or they come close to a default, the market sells off because it's a lot of uncertainty in how strong the United States is. Market sells off, AMC sells off too. Shorts come in, they push it down to a certain level. The short interest spikes, the utilization spikes, and then we can see the next run up. That would almost expedite our situation, but everybody would freak out. That's the one thing. It's like I've fully prepared to like hold through significant dips, but I don't think everybody is. That's the thing. It's like not everybody is ready and fully understands that we're not just going to like be on a linear line to like crazy high numbers. Like, we easily could see like that one final big shakeout where the shorts just go boom, pile in. They're like, this is it. We can try to push it down. And then they figure out that they can't. And then they're like, algos are going to switch to buy. We did the best we could. And then they let it rip. But some people may not get that. Hugh, thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to all you guys who send those in. You guys don't have to do that, and it means a lot. Hugh says, "How much money in your grocery budget do you allocate for Lunchables?" Hugh, if I'm gonna be honest, I have not had very many Lunchables in my entire life. Tanner, thank you so much for the super. What are your thoughts on ATER? I have a relatively small position, hoping to raise some money for AMC. From what I've seen on ATER, it's like a decent, like it looked decent. I don't know what happened with it today, but I believe it sold off today. I'm not really sure. I don't really look at this one. Yeah, down 4%. I know it's got crazy Ortex numbers. So if you're in it, do what you got to do. But I haven't really looked at it. I've been more focused on AMC and GME. But thank you guys for the supers. I really appreciate it. Boom Boom Candle says, hello, everyone. 7 minutes ago, CNN Senate Republicans block debt ceiling bill. Yeah, Justin, we saw that. But basically, there's another way that they can get something passed that we just looked at this right here. That where is it? Which Senate? So it's possible Democrats could move to strip out debt limit suspension from the funding bill and attempt to pass a clean stopgap measure quickly through both chambers ahead of the deadline, which Senate Republicans have said they would support. So we're looking like we're in a good spot. Justin, thank you so much for the super. What's wrong with your car? Oh, it turns on and then it turns right off. So I had to get it towed today out of a garage. That was a disaster. Let's see. So does raising the debt ceiling lower the chances that the government would default? Yes. Thus causing the fear use. Yes. Raising it will make problems worse in the future, just in terms of like where we're headed in terms of like monetary policy. But right now in the short term, it would help to like alleviate some fears in the market and let a lot of buyers come back in, because a lot of people, even though this has never happened in the past, they still think there's a possibility that the way that our government is like acting right now, they would just let it go, which I don't think they will. That's the thing. Like I've always said, like, yeah, Q4, there's debt ceiling, there's other things that could come into effect. The deleveraging that we started to see in July, but then in August, it reverted more than it came down. So you have to think about, like, okay, the government, the Fed, all of these institutions do not want the market to sell off. They don't want it to happen, because if that happens, we're going to go into another like crisis period, which we can't really sustain right now. Like, we know inflation is already running like way higher than we need it to be. Costs of things are going up a lot. And if people suddenly start to have even less money than they did before, and the government's going to start printing even more money, they're going to make inflation worse. They're going to weaken the buying power of everyone's dollar, and they're going to make everything more expensive. There we go. I feel like they'll just kick the debt can for now, but they have to make a show of bickering about it, because they think we believe that means they're actually working. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, that's what happens most times with the debt ceiling situation. Let's see. All righty. Government is trying to weaken the dollar to pay off their debts. If they weaken the dollar, I mean, true. But if they don't have any money, here's the thing: if they need to pay off their debts and they're going to weaken the dollar to do that, well, it doesn't matter if they have no money, regardless. Like, if they don't have any money to pay their debt, weakening the dollar is not going to help them. Let's see. So in the simplest of terms, in the short term, raising it, good for market. Not raising it, bad for market. Yes. Did you get your car fixed? It's at the shop. Let's see what happens. All right. And then we have taper. We have a Fed taper coming. Let's see. So Citadel tweeted, Hold on. Here we go. Citadel tweets. Here we go, guys. All right. Let's go through these. Everybody ready for this? We have a bunch of Citadel tweets. All right, here we go. Citadel Securities did not ask Robinhood or any other firm to restrict or limit its trading activity on January 27th. Citadel Securities was the only major market maker during this time that provided continuous liquidity every minute of every trading day. Well, I mean, that kind of hurt them, honestly, if they have to take the short position. On January 27th, Citadel Securities executed an extraordinary 7.4 billion shares on behalf of retail investors. Kenneth Griffin and Vlad Tenev have never met or spoken. Interesting. When asked whether Citadel Securities requested that Robinhood restrict trading, Ken Griffin truthfully told Congress, "Let me be perfectly clear, absolutely not." See, that's what we were talking about. That was the question. And the speculation that I brought up in the video was like, well, the people at Robinhood were like, oh, they might want to limit payment for order flow. Now, the reason for that is because of these two tweets right here. It was the only major market maker during that time that provided continuous liquidity every minute of every trading day, and that came around to bite them in the butt. On January 27th, Citadel Securities executed an extraordinary 7.4 billion shares on behalf of retail investors. That's not only GameStop and AMC, but a lot of it is. Like, we know AMC was 1.2 billion. We don't know what percentage of that went to Citadel. It's probably a lot. If we go by how much like market share they have, it's like 50%, let's say. So 600 million shares. And then GameStop was probably a crazy amount. But I mean, you guys got their attention. Yeah, he said it was someone that worked with him. Interesting. Ken and Vlad have never spoken. However, they are fluent in sign language. Interesting. So this is kind of like this is what I saw. Like when I watched the video again, he was asked, were they asked to restrict trading? So it doesn't look like, maybe, I mean, they're probably telling, they could be lying, but it's just out in the open, obvious that like if they can find a way to prove that, like if they have evidence, which Citadel's huge, they probably know which evidence like the SEC has or anything that these other regulatory institutions has on them, that by putting out this tweet, they know that they can't get caught with anything. That's just how they're going to work. Like their legal team is going to be through the roof crazy. But when they talk about the limiting payment for order flow thing, that's why I think that's more important, because like the reason is, well, we were executing so many of these trades. Like, yeah, they were making some money, but like they could have been needing to fill those orders with these shorts, or potentially even the legal ability of the market makers to naked short. Like, I'm not defending them at all. I'm just literally looking at this and being like, okay, well, this is what the video said. And that was the question that he was asked. The fact that they comment on it means they did it. They're going to twist it to avoid any wrongdoing. Yeah, they're going to use all these like legal loopholes and like timing. It's like, well, there was the crisis here, but there wasn't here. And they said 17, like they said, Ken Griffin and Vlad Tenev have never met or spoken. And that's kind of what was suggested in those emails too. Like Vlad on the 27th was like, maybe it's time for me to meet Ken. But like Robinhood and Citadel like did talk. Like we saw the emails that like people from Robinhood were talking to people at Citadel. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't talk though. Like maybe Ken is just not like, it's very weird. Like, okay, so Ken, CEO, founder of Citadel, has this big issue, and there's a broker that is also tied up in this issue, and like the two CEOs didn't talk. They just sent their lackeys to go talk to each other and figure it out. Why would they do that? Yeah, it doesn't mean others didn't on his behalf. Fair. And that's probably where we saw those messages come from in the emails, where it was like, they like people from Robinhood. Like, let's pull it up again. Let's just look and see what we can find. You guys can mention that. Let's see. Anecdotal evidence. Where is it? So this guy right here, Jim Swartwout, which is this guy right here, president and COO of Robinhood. Everyone you wouldn't believe the convo we had with Citadel, total mess. So they talked. Now these, what do you call it? This name is blacked out right here. Who is it? I don't know. So this is like who they would have talked to at Citadel. So somebody from Citadel and then this individual Swartwout from Robinhood were talking. Ken had 4 lawyers in the room so he could like it. I don't know, man. Like, who knows? Maybe he did. I don't know. Okay, and then I see people saying like they wouldn't say something about this unless it was a big deal. Guys, it's a big deal because it was ¡1 trending on Twitter. Like, it went nuts. Like, that's almost a way, like this is kind of what we've seen. Like, if you want to, especially with YouTube, like when content creators go down, it's like, if you want to get their attention, you just spam on Twitter. They won't lock. Yeah, they're not going to do anything. Oh, what's up, Rogue? Oh, yeah, I think I saw your call come in, but yeah, just text me, buddy. Let's see. When he responded, he looked guilty. That just might be how he looks. Like, also, if you guys don't mind, just dropping a like on the stream. It just helps us get this info out to some more people. So thank you guys to everybody who has done it and to who is going to do it in the future. So do you think AMC and GME squeeze at the same time? Yes, guys. Yes. The institutions that are shorting one are most likely shorting the other two. And either way, if one of them runs, people are going to pile into the other. Hold on. Let's see. Is not, did you, it was more. Yeah, Adam, I watched it and it says like, did you pressure them? He's like, no. Because the NSCC was already doing it. Like that, like Robinhood and the NSCC, that's where it came from, like the pressuring of turning off the buy button. And what Citadel was probably looking at was like what they say, like what Robinhood's talking about, it's like limiting payment for order flow. Like they were like, send the order somewhere else. Send them to the exchange. We don't want to have to fill these right now internally. We don't want to have to internalize them and take on these shorts. But this is interesting. I'm texting Rogue. Did Elon join the board of directors for ANY? Nepal, that's interesting. That is very interesting. SPY's down 0.02%, not reacting to anything right now in terms of debt ceiling. 0. No reaction. I mean, we got 15 minutes left till the market closes. Let's see if we can get a response in the futures, but not really reacting right now. Yeah, GG. We've been over that. If you would just refresh, they did block it, but there's another way to get around it. That's why the market's not reacting right now. That's why they're like, oh yeah, they're still going to figure out a way to do this. We knew the Senate wasn't going to pass this. Yeah, the market's popping back up right now. Well, look at this. It's up a penny in the after hours. The market does not care. The market is saying right now, screw your debt ceiling thing. We know you're going to get it passed. That's what they're saying. So let's see. There's an article on Seeking Alpha, Nepal. Interesting. Futures will show the reaction. Futures are open right now. Futures have been open for an hour and 45 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, that's weird. Like, I don't know. Twitter was messing around today. Yeah, and then there's all these articles popping up that are like, Ken Griffin lied. It's like, might have. The question is very vague, and he answers the question because the question is like, I don't know. The Seeking Alpha article is a suggestion. Interesting. Thanks for popping in, Pam. Yeah, let's see. I mean, we can look at some of the replies on here. They're gonna be crazy. Well, these seem suspicious. It says unusual whales. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was the 25th and the 26th. That's funny. Senate Securities did not ask Robinhood or any other firm to restrict or limit its trading activity on January 27th. Yo, maybe they asked them on the 25th and the 26th. That's funny. All right, let's move this over here. We'll look at some more stuff later. That's hilarious. Yeah, like they literally made their own. They thoughts on Ryan Cohen's latest tweet. What did Ryan Cohen tweet? Retweet today. Yeah, I don't know. That one's probably nothing. Yes, the questions are not great. That's the problem in itself, but whatever. Exactly. The questions that he was asked, like in that little time frame, were not the best questions. I mean, it was a good question, but like if he can just answer it with being like absolutely not, it's like, well, okay, then you need to dig deeper and find a question. Like it's also not a court hearing. Like they're not lawyers. They're just like congressmen and women. Do I think GME will squeeze higher than AMC just in terms of like how many shares there are? Probably. Like AMC has 513 million shares. GameStop is like, I don't know, 7. I think it's set. It's between 70 and 90 million, I think. So just going off that, it's like, okay, well, around 5 times higher, maybe. Who knows? But it doesn't matter. It's like you really care about like the percent or dollar amount gain that's in your account. Yeah, Twitter did change the hashtag. That was hilarious. I was like, why is this happening now? I think I saw like the Ken Griffin lied one had like 18,000 tweets. It was crazy. It's under oath? Yeah, it is. But that doesn't, just because it's under oath doesn't mean the questions asked are going to be the ones that should be. Like you could get questioned under oath, but it's just going to be it could just be some like high school student that's asking you the questions that doesn't really know what they're talking about. Like it doesn't matter that you're under oath if they don't ask you the questions that are going to get the answers out of you that they need. Then it doesn't matter if you're under oath if you can just like find legal, like logical loopholes in their question and then answer in a certain way where you can just be like, well, you didn't ask properly. Other than Twitter, I didn't see it on any news platform whatsoever. Yeah, they're not going to cover stuff like this. They just wouldn't, like, and when you think about it, like, like let's go back to what we were saying. Like the problem is that there were so many orders. Like, yeah, they were making money, but the problem is that they have to like take the other side of these trades a bunch of the time. If you have to take the other side of the trade, you're like you can naked short into the and provide that liquidity. It's nuts. Go to law school, you do well. No, I don't. I really don't want to. SCV's liquid IV. There we go. Couldn't they liquidate all their other positions to save themselves? I mean, yeah, but they don't want to. He had 4 lawyers in the room. They asked him how many people were in the room with him. Yeah. Imagine being so much Twitter protects you and hashtags. Yeah. Reddit people were saying Ken Griffin lied was only changed in the US. Interesting. Yeah, I heard it was like trending number 5 or something in Canada. I didn't hear about anything else though. 1 to 10, how excited are you going to be when AMC hits all-time high? I mean, a 10, obviously. Like, I'm going to be very excited when it happens. Don't go to law school. You'll lose your soul. The debt vote, same place as before. Like the market kind of knew, like everybody kind of knew it wasn't going to get past the Senate. They're just going through the process of like, it's going to get past here. It's not going to get past here. We're going to put it here. We're going to break it down into a spot where both parties are going to be like, yeah, that's fine. We both did our part for the theatrics. Now we can actually get to work and pass this and get on with our day. Arturo, thank you so much for the super. I really appreciate it, man. We didn't ask them to restrict trading on that day. We asked them to restrict trading on that specific day, but we asked them 3 days before. Lawyered. That's funny. Avatar says, VIX, so a vote regarding the budget must be done by this Thursday, or this will be the first time the U.S. defaults. Is this correct? Okay, so September 30th should be government funding. And then the debt ceiling situation would really come to a peak in October at some point. But they might try to wrap it all in together and get it done this week. But they could drag it out for a while and just score political points against each other. Be like, this person's not helping. This person did this. This did this. And try to like mess around with the public image of like like they could just keep messing around until it comes down to crunch time. And they're like, okay, yeah, now we gotta pass this. Hugh, thank you so much for another super, man. I really appreciate it. Ken Griffin search history right now. Is there mayonnaise in prison? How do I get more mayonnaise in prison? I don't get the mayonnaise thing. I never understood that one. What requirements are coming into force on Friday? Will it make a difference? Well, October 1st is the $1 trillion of high quality capital that all of the large commercial banks need to hold. So there's that. That's pretty big. And the reason for that is to keep lending out in the time of a recession. So, I mean, it's not a good thing for the banks to have to do that. So it just shows like where our economy is. But again, like any of these proposed rule changes, these new regulations that come in, it's not going to just be like, oh, this is directly because of AMC and GME, and this rule is going to cause us to rip. It's not going to happen. Like all of these rules working together could cause something to happen, something to break. It's like all of these different rules are causing it to like bend a little bit of bending. But like how much are these rules going to like bend like the dry pasta in order for it to just snap? We don't know. It could be barely bending it. It could be bending it so much that it's right about to break, but we don't know where we're at the current time. Someone on Reddit said he was at a dinner party with Kenny G and Kenny G wouldn't share his mayo. Is that real? Because that's hilarious. Ken Griffin had a party in a bowl of mayo that only he could use. What? That's where the mayo thing came from? That's funny. That's really funny. It's a real documentary on YouTube. Whoa. No way. Oh, Arturo. See, that's what I thought it was at first, but I don't think it is. All right. We're not gonna. All right. Let's be productive here, everybody. We got to be productive. We got like a little while to go. Let's be productive. Oh, Justin. I'm pretty sure that one went above the Ken Griffin one at one point. Hey Dandy, I don't think I'm gonna do that, but thanks for the movie suggestion. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks. So there's two explanations for the mayo. There's one that involves crazy acts in prison, and then there's another one that has to do with a dinner party where only he can use the mayo. I think the only he can use the mayo one is a lot funnier, but because the other one's just kind of like a easy like, oh haha. But the other one's actually funny if it's real. S&P 500 down 9 cents in the after hours. We got 5 minutes left. Let's see if AMC is going to make a move. Sometimes we see these little moves right before market close. Let's see what happens. It wasn't mayo. All right, guys. To be fair, using my do we still own 80% of the float? Claybro says we're down to 72. I have no idea. I mean, I don't think there's any way to know. I mean, he could. Like, he might have a way to like look at it. I haven't seen that, but if there's a way to tell, I mean, I don't think there's a way to tell what retail investors own. We just have the data from Adam Aaron, and then we saw the June run up. We've seen a lot of people buy more. We've also definitely seen some people sell. Like, there's like not everybody is diamond handing this. Like, I've heard of people being like, oh yeah, I'm getting out now. I'll buy back in later. And it's like, okay, do what you got to do. But that's selling volume. Let's see. Let's see. No, trust me, bro. I should interview someone from Volkswagen about selling mistakes they made. Interesting. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, no, we're not. You looked at the data on his live stream this past Wednesday? What data, though? Like, I don't. Either way, retail owning 72 is still huge. Weeble says 74.23. No. Weeble's not going to give you a retail ownership. I don't think. It shouldn't. I've never seen Weeble give you a retail investor ownership of a stock. Yeah, that's weird. I really have not seen that. Like, that's weird. Somebody send me a screenshot of that, right? I mean, we can mess around right here, right now. Like, where would it even be? Notes, news, financials, analysts? Nope. Order flow? Nope. It wouldn't be on any of these. Charts listed twice. That's pretty cool. What do we got here? Whoa. Shares out, 513. Free float, 511. Dividend, nothing. EPS. Turnover. 52-week high is 72.62, but there's no percentage here that says that retail investors own 74.23%. Yeah, guys, it doesn't. I'm not sure. Like, the only way that we knew that retail or like there was some sort of like 80% ownership of AMC was directly from Adam Aaron. Like, I don't know if there's another way for us to like figure that out. Oh, look who we got here in the chat. So, all right, TMI, I'm going to send you a link if that's really you, because I don't want to accidentally mod the wrong channel. If there's like an impersonator out there. There might be an impersonator. Send it. There we go. We're going to get TMI on here. Let's have some fun. Well, see, this is what happens every single time. There's a minute before power half hour, and then guess who decides to come on the show? There we go. Have you heard of the imposter Tim? I've not heard of the imposter Tim. Company, then tap profile, then scroll down. I mean, I'm on their profile right now. It doesn't say anything. And then there's no, like, there's corporate actions, but nothing. Nothing. When Mandy? I don't know. TMI's here. We might start seeing Mandy popping up now. Oh, there's on the tab. Scroll down. I can't scroll down. There is no scrolling down. Where is it? Profile? There's no scrolling down here. Whoa. Here he is. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, my guy?
Not much, man. How's your night going?
Chilling.
Yeah, you watching?
guys
When's
doing?
Monday Night Football start? Pretty soon,
Oh,
right?
it's about to start. It's about to start. I think it's on 20 minutes.
Yeah. Dude, McCaffrey out. Come on now.
He's staying off IR, though, which is good.
Okay.
Good for you.
Okay.
Which means he's
We'll
back
see.
in like probably 3 to 4 weeks. He's back.
Yeah, it doesn't help me for next week, though, does it?
It really doesn't. We should probably figure out if this is a keeper league or not.
Yeah.
Because it kind of changes things a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm gonna
need-
make some trades.
I need Dak Prescott to score 35 points tonight so I can beat Review Dork and get off my losing streak. Oh, my God. I need this guy to freaking come through.
Oh, dude, little slow day today. Nothing really happened until the end of the day, and then
Today was a day that I felt like a shill the most.
Yeah.
I was talking about so many other stocks because AMC just wasn't moving.
it's not doing anything. We're just waiting. Like the volume today, what was it? 31 million on Friday. It was 32 million. Like that is
I know.
way lower than average.
But you know what I feel? I feel like it's a very bullish signal. Like
I'd have to agree.
I love the fact that we're staying at $40 and there's no volume. Like if volume kicks in, you can't say it,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, if we had a 100 million volume day today, we would have hit the roof, which would be $50.
Yeah, unless all of that volume was like people wanting to sell.
But that's the thing.
I don't think it would be though.
Yeah, it's like today was the most boring day, and people just held. Like no one did anything.
I know.
People complain. They're just like, "Hey, it's what's going on? It's boring." I was like, "You want me to kick the stock or something? I don't. What do you want me to do?"
Like people are gonna want to just see you start dancing around.
I know. They're just like, "All right, look, we cannot play the stock. So what we're gonna do instead is just we're gonna play with you guys instead." I didn't want to say it like that, but that's the way it came out. Cowboys or Eagles?
I don't know. Oh, also, people have been saying that like retail ownership is down to like 70-something% on AMC, and they're citing like somewhere on Webull is saying that, but I can't see it anywhere. Like it doesn't look like in either way. Like you'd have to look at it what it was before. Like did it say 80 when Adam Aaron said it was 80?
So tough. One, I think Adam Aaron's only referring to the legal float. Like I think, right?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't like the most descriptive. You know what I mean? It was a tweet,
Right.
So I think he was referring to the legal float for one, and the second thing is, I think we wavered. Like I think we went from 80 in the legal float to 72 to 75, and now we're back to 80, if not even more, at 85.
Well, just because of the run up that we just saw.
I think it was the run up, and the fact that the dip didn't keep dipping down to 34, 35 to me is surprising.
Yeah. Well, I think it's great for us because we saw the market start to freak out. Like this is what we were looking for. It was like, yep, we're going to start to see these things getting circulated in the news. Let's see what they do about it. And then, you see Senate Republicans blocked the debt ceiling bill.
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't really matter though, because then they can just pass it a different way that the Republicans were already like, oh yeah, we're fine with doing it this way. It's like, come on, you're just messing around now.
They're having fun. You know what they're doing? They're controlling the markets.
Yeah.
They're
waiting just enough time to let the Rosengren and Kaplan get out. Rosengren's gone. He's out. He retired.
He's health issues.
Yeah, for sure. Ethics concerns.
Ethics concerns.
Grumpy, thank you guys for the supers. It's been a boring few days, but at least holding. There you go. Oh boy, Hugh with another one. Thank you so much, Hugh. Low volume can drive up days to cover. Yep. But what does days to cover do? Drive up the short borrow fee. It just measures the amount of time that it would take them to cover the estimated short interest. Arturo, I've never traded on margin. Can you speak to buying a leap on AMC on Robinhood? Think of buying one, but you don't need to. You don't have to trade. You don't need margin to trade options, Arturo. If you were to buy a leap, you would just buy a contract with more than a year of time to expiration. Fade is not going to affect you as much, but.
Is anybody here? So quick question. Is anybody here in the chat currently using Public?
Oh, yeah. That's a good question. I don't think Public has options, right?
They don't. They only have stocks. If anybody's using...
Yeah. Citadel tweeted too.
What? Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I've got it. So. Yeah, they were making some comments.
Interesting. Well, since...
They had to. Here it is. Right here.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Here it is. We'll bring this one back up. Citadel Securities did not ask Robinhood or any other firm to restrict or limit its trading activity on January 27th. Citadel Securities was the only major market maker during that time that provided continuous liquidity every minute of every trading day. Yeah, that's why you got hurt. On January 27th, Citadel Securities executed an extraordinary 7.4 billion shares on behalf of retail investors. It's a lot of shorting. Ken Griffin and Vlad Tenev have never met or spoken. When asked whether Citadel Securities requested that Robinhood restrict trading, Ken Griffin truthfully told Congress, let me be perfectly clear, absolutely not.
But he also said nobody, because the question was anybody from your organization.
Yeah, but that's wrong. That is wrong. We see that right there. We see from the...
I know.
But I thought the clip that I saw literally just asked, did you pressure them into turning off the buy button? And he was like, no. But that kind of makes sense because the NSCC was the reason why they were turning off the buy button.
I think he also asked, was there any communication from anybody in your organization to turn off the buy button?
Yeah, which is weird. But I think the thing that I'm more focused on is the lady from Robinhood's comment that Citadel wanted to limit payment for order flow. Because if they're executing and as they say, providing continuous liquidity, they're taking the other side of the trade, which is selling volume. So they're shorting. And the market makers have the legal ability to naked short when they need to as a part of their market making activities. Wait, am I not allowed to? Oh, I am allowed to reply. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I can't reply. I thought they blocked me. That would have been funny. But they can.
If Citadel blocked you?
That would have been so funny.
For sure.
But that's what I think the reason that they would that was the issue. It was limiting the payment for order flow and not turning off the buy button because they already knew that was going to get taken care of with the NSCC.
Yo, I can scroll through your chat now.
Really? Well, it's moving a lot slower. Oh, wait, on Restream?
On Restream, I can scroll through your chat.
Oh, that is so much better.
I can go back to 8 o'clock. It's 8 minutes. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's probably as soon as I actually got on. Yeah.
Well, it would make sense that they never met either because of restrictions.
Yeah, Corey, I'm going to send you a DM on Twitter real quick. Let me see here.
Why did Robinhood's $3 billion deficit stop the gamma squeeze when the DTCC? That's not what. No. Robinhood couldn't pay, but they said that they would mark those securities position close only in order for them to get that $3 billion down to $700 million.
Yeah. Yep. There we go.
Let's see.
Avocado of approval and TMI.
Oh, TMI, you know what I made yesterday? Guac. How do you like that?
You
How do you
made
feel,
guac yesterday?
about that? I made guac yesterday.
You should ask my avocado how my avocado feels. I actually figured out a lot about my avocado yesterday.
Yeah.
The avocado is well, I thought the avocado was something else because the avocado made a joke and I thought the avocado was serious. But the avocado is actually as a pretty interesting person. You know what?
Interesting.
A lot of the people out here are very you just there's a lot of people you don't really know, but when you meet people slowly but surely, you're like, holy,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like that. Let's see here. Let's see who's not like that. Let's just start going through people that are not that. So this is power half hour, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Those are
let's see
fighting
here.
words. STV. Hey, I said I made guac. I didn't.
There. That's
I didn't say what I did with the guac.
T-Mi's avocado had a setup like an OnlyFans streamer, and they sent me a picture, and I was just like, "What the hell's going on?" And then it was not that at all. It was not that, but just it was hilarious. At first, I didn't know what I was opening up there. I was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna be getting in trouble. This is gonna be a screenshot all over the internet. I'm gonna be getting canceled." I was like, "It's over. It's over." But it wasn't.
I'm a sexy avocado. God.
PHMH11, what's up? Dude,
No, it wasn't TMI's avocado. It was Price Chopper's avocado.
Oh, wait, was for your guac? I was like, I have another one. I was like, what?
Mix pickle juice and liquid IV, life-changing? No. How about no? Not going to do that. Sorry. I refuse. That sounds gross. Oh, God.
Where's Antics at? Where's that?
Yeah, where is Antics at?
Where's that nut job at? He's probably partying somewhere. He's probably like a full bottle of tequila deep someplace.
Avocados have feelings too. I like avocados.
I get $150 for my private streams. I bet you do, but without context, it really seems like you're doing something completely different than what you're doing.
I'm very confused at what TMI's avocado does.
Oh my gosh, the combination of it's the whole thing. It's the whole thing.
Interesting.
You, sir, have a problem.
Fern, yeah, no, they basically they're just gonna try to pass it a different way now. The debt ceiling stuff.
Tomorrow, I feel like it might go up, possibly. I don't know. Honestly,
it's a good way to think about it.
This is what I'm thinking, and it's been pretty consistent. We tap the top 4 times, we tap the bottom 3. We tap the top 4 times, we tap the bottom 3. That's really it. We still have to tap the bottom one more time. One more time, which just means tomorrow, I'm looking to see something like a 38.80.
Antics is AA. That's funny.
Oh yeah, Corey, I'll shoot you a message right now on Twitter.
I feel like when I'm rich, I'm just gonna walk around with my own hummus jar at parties. I feel like that's more classy than mayonnaise. Might be.
How's school going for you, buddy?
Huh?
How's school going for you?
It's fine. I didn't go to. I mean, I kind of went to one of my classes today, and I just left, and then I didn't go to my second one.
You just kicked the can with that one?
Yeah, I created some FTDs. I'll close them out later this week, but yeah.
Perfect. Exams, how they go?
91 on bio, 93 on managerial accounting, so I still got it.
Oh, buddy, crushing it.
Yeah, doing all right. Keeping that GPA intact.
With that extra curricular course you were taking, I forget what it was called, but how's that going?
Good. I like that
91%.
course. I like that course. I was struggling. I had a bad grade in it for a little bit, but
He's back.
yeah, I'm doing good to increase my my score in that class.
I'm picking up what he's putting down. A plus. Fix you skipping, fool. Oh wait, you crushed those exams though.
Yeah,
The
man.
combination of both.
I do better on most of my classes when I just don't go. Because I'm not paying attention in class anyway. I'll just like read the book, take the practice test, and take the exam. And then they're like attendance, participation. I'm like, oh, why? I was biochem for 2 years. Labs blow. Yeah, I have a 2-hour lab right now. It's terrible. I feel like I'm always in this building that's like the furthest away on campus from where I'm at right now. TMI, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Can you hold it down for a minute?
Yeah, buddy.
Alrighty, I'll be right back.
So what's going on, people? One second here. That is. Oh, there we go. Okay. Corey, I just sent you a message. Yeah, I just sent it to you on Twitter. My account's acting up really quickly, so I have to meet with them tomorrow. But I just want to check in with somebody to make sure that everybody else is okay. I haven't seen anything going on online, so I think it's just my account. Take the mayo. I just heard STV fart. Yep, that was definitely him. I heard it too. Can I play Go DJ TMI? Can I play music? Play local video. Oh, dude, I can. Oh, that's strange. I don't know how it could let me do that. No, I probably can't do that. Because I think you would have to let it go. That's interesting. Team, I didn't know you were doing lives, man. We'll come more often. Come on down, homie. Come on down. Now we're going live full day. 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Hey, that's not the full day. You got an extra 2 hours in there.
Well, you know the thing is, I start 2 hours early. So
okay,
I was
that's
like,
fair.
I was like, I'll take the morning crew. I'll leave power hour. I'll allow Matt to have power hour. And
you'll allow him to have it.
I'll allow him to continue to have power hour. I would not. I didn't want to just start taking over streaming across the world. Everyone knows that number one streaming platform right here. So I'll let it
sure
be.
He appreciates that.
I'll let it be. I'm a very nice person. This guy has like 15,000 people on his stream on a slow day.
Yes,
I'm gonna let you continue to have that. Okay. But then no, because then I can just chill for the rest of the afternoon and just get some end of the day trades in as well.
Yeah. Oh God. Ben says, "Hey buddy, think we can get Don't Drop the Soap Ken trending tomorrow?"
Dude, I
don't think we can do that.
Dude, I almost posted a photo of that exact saying. Don't drop the soap. Now it's like, nah, I can't do that. I can't be the one. I can't be the one.
Dude, I thought it was like on the line of like what the hashtags were today. I was like, oh God, this is getting bad.
Dang. Kenny better start hitting them push-ups, boy.
I know.
Play the new Martian. I haven't heard it. Oh, I have heard it actually.
Oh, is that the? Oh, I heard the new Gorillionaires one. I haven't heard the new Martian one yet.
Yeah, he just dropped it today. Yeah.
YouTube's already playing with us, so we're not gonna play it on stream.
Oh yeah,
we're on thin ice.
Smart man. T-Mine's avocado said woke up 15 minutes before close. What the heck?
Ho 007 Trey on C-Pain equals bullish. Kenji equals Pinocchio-ish. When's Trey going on C-Pain? Is that tomorrow?
I don't. I thought it was supposed to be today, but I think all I saw was T-Pain saying that he was going to speak to Trey about everything that's going on in the community, but I didn't see anything about a TV interview.
Gotcha.
People kept
I know
asking. I
there's
was like,
definitely like one getting set up, but I don't know when it's gonna be.
I like it. We should get, yeah, we need to get some more positive stuff back out there, one way or another.
Get Trey and Keenan on the Joe Rogan Experience.
The
That
one
would
thing
be the
about,
most high-paced Joe Rogan Experience ever.
I know.
Oh, that's pretty cool. The members when they send in chat to like highlights up, that's really cool. So shout out to all the people that are members. That's awesome. Brian Hunn, member for 2 months. Thank you.
There you
Do you
go.
really think Ken is going to get in trouble? I seriously doubt it. Unless they have like concrete, obvious proof, probably not. He has so much money to defend everything with his legal team. For this, probably not. But for like, if they can find evidence on like all of the thing is that like the reason why we might have a continuation of these situations is just a gap in the rules that like the market makers are legally allowed to naked short and provide this liquidity into the market, and then they just got trapped. Like that, it definitely could be what happened.
Oh, 60 passing yards to start off the game in the red zone, baby. Let's
boy.
go.
Oh boy.
Let's go. We need the win. Pushing. You feel me? You feel me? We don't need Dak. Get out of here. Throw it to someone. Will Kenny fake his own death after Moas like Epstein
Don't
did?
say it. Don't say it. Don't say
Oh,
it.
shoot. Block him. Block him. Don't let him in. Don't let him in. Oh, my God. How are you guys going to let this guy rush in the touchdown?
Kip, Lionel, I don't understand this question. You should interview someone about VW selling mistakes they made. I don't get it. I don't get this question. What mistakes did Volkswagen make? Give it some time. Evidence can come if the deleted emails were found and leaked. That's true, but they only get leaked if somebody wants them leaked. So we need to have somebody very big and powerful on our side that's like, we want this leaked.
I should probably turn off the volume just to make sure that you get ding for that too. Yep. Safe. There we go.
Now you broke the rules. You can play the Martian song. I don't know.
You should interview from somebody from VW. I wonder if I could find somebody from Volkswagen that was there at the time.
Corey, I know what you're saying now. Yeah. They worked out a price. Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Oh, because it's two different institutions. Yeah. So we should do the same thing. We should have the leader of the shorts speaks to the leader of retail, and we should just negotiate a price.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would probably be the best case scenario.
For
everyone.
The shorts, yeah.
No, for everyone.
Oh, yeah. If they were like, all right, here's the price. This is
yeah, because
it's going to go around here. Figure it out.
I want everyone that is currently in the stock, I want them to win. There are going to be, and this sounds shitty, but it's true. There's going to be people that are in the stock right now that are going to get a little bit greedy and get fucked over.
Oh, they're going to get obliterated.
Right. A little, like if there's going to be there's a small group of people, and hopefully it's none of our followers. We can keep it 100% honest with our people and make sure that everyone that's been with us for a while that has these conversations, like these live chats right now, is taken care of. Like everyone's good, right? But there are going to be some people that get screwed over, and it's like I want everyone that is currently in the stock to be able to win. Yeah, let's pick a number. Who cares what the number is? I'm just saying whatever the number is, let's just discuss it, and everybody wins.
Yep. And the thing is like the reason why some people are going to get like potentially so messed up once we run is that we're going to see such crazy volatility swings like up and down that we don't know which one is going to be the final down. You don't know which one it is. Like the first one when it goes up, down, like, and it could rip back up even higher, but you don't know it's going to happen. Like where the data is going to get like all messed up, and it's going to be like, okay, every man for themselves at that point.
Yeah, if I could, okay, so like push it 100K. Like if we go walk into a meeting and we put down 100K on the table, they come back with 10. Let's say we end up meeting around 45, 50. Let's just hypothetically, the whole conversation is hypothetical. If there's a way to guarantee that what combined we probably have like 100,000 subscribers, maybe.
Yeah.
If there's some way to guarantee that 100,000 people make themselves in between
we probably have more. We probably have like
4.5
120.
There you go. If there's no way to guarantee that we can get 120,000 people guaranteed 4.5 to $500 million each a piece, like I'll take it.
I'd be like, all right, cool. Fine with me, dude.
Mind you, I'll put the order on the table. Everyone can vote on whatever the hell they want. Sure.
Yeah, we'll start high and negotiate, but like
push it like 100K ... Like, did you not hear me the first time? That's good.
It would be wild. Like if that happened, like it could get there. Like, I mean, who's gonna do? Like, who is it? Like, that's the thing. It's like the retail is like, it's not like it's Porsche and the German government. It's like there's 4.1 million people you have to negotiate with.
I know, that's the thing. There's so many. If it was an institution, it would be so much easier.
Yeah,
this would have been over in June.
Mm-hmm.
They would have been like, all right, look. We see where this is going. Let's just start at the top and work our way down. Let's see where we can get out early.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, if this was an institution, it also would have been over a long time ago as well.
Yeah, they would have just been able to force it.
Yep.
And they might be trying to, like, you don't know, like they could be trying to like muster up a bunch of buying volume to like start the next price run up. Like they just need like a little spark to get it really going.
That's it. Oh, Jalen Hurst is balling out here, people. Start with 500K and then get 100K. All right.
Corey's shooting for the moon there. Oh God, Darth.
Go lick the like button, people. Like button lickers.
That's
you
funny.
Might.
Let's see.
Are we out here yelling, F you, Kenny?
SCV's Liquid IV says, when Kenny jail? When evidence? Corey says,
actually, so Corey, quick question. Oh, pick. Dallas just picked it off. All right, Zeke, let's go. 90 yards, touchdown. Go get it. Here we go. So quick question. Can you guys, actually, you know what? Corey, I'm just going to send you another DM. Let's do it that way because I can see where this is going to go. It might get a little bit crazy. What do you think the punishment will be? I don't know, man.
It'd probably be a fine. Remember, in 2008, only one or two people went to jail. And that was like wild stuff. Let's see. What was the volume today? 31.23 million. Very, very low.
It was low as all hell.
0-3 TMI.
Whoa. Don't get ahead of yourself. I have an 8% chance of winning tonight. Don't count me out.
Oh, boy. You need your boy to go off.
Don't count. Wow, he's my boy now. I was going to say he's not my boy, but I don't got a choice. He is whatever. He's whatever he needs to be as long as he could freaking get this party started.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. AMC can theoretically go as high as it wants to. It just depends on what's going to happen and how many outstanding short shares there are and what they have to cover. It's going to be like the craziest supply and demand phenomenon like you've ever seen. But we just don't know how high or when it's going to happen. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. Ooh. 100K AMC. There you go. Let's see. Avocado. You guys are wild tonight. This is like throwback to one of the old power half hours. You guys went for it a little bit.
Uh-oh.
All right, guys.
TMI Zeke sucks. His time has already come and gone. No. I am with you 100%. I want Dak to take over and be the man and stop handing off the rock to that guy so he can get me some points so that I can be the man and start talking shit to Review Dork. But until that happens, I got to stay here and be quiet.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. It's 8:30. End of another stream. Thanks for everybody coming in. TMI, thanks for popping in, buddy.
No problem, my guy.
All right, everybody. If you guys don't know already who TMI is, I feel like you do by now, but masked_investor on YouTube and what is it now? TMI Live?
TMI Live, yep.
TMI Live. 2 channels, masked_investor on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, anything else?
OnlyFans, TikTok, Snapchat, everything.
Gotcha. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow.
Short to fix, get Snapchat.
No.
No, not for right now, but for the next trip.
Okay.
Just so when we're out and about, we can.
All right. All right. Later, guys.